Hey guys, Jessica here. So today we're going to talk about a couple Medela pumps. So we're going to be talking about the Medela Freestyle Flex, the Medela Freestyle Hands Free, and the Swing Maxi. So why are we talking about all of these pumps in one pump chat? Because they're the same pump. Medela, this is the same pump. The only thing that changes is the pairings that it originally came with and how it's used. So program wise, these are all three exactly the same. They're within like 5 to 10 mmHg of each other, 2 to 3 cycle speed per minute of each other when I've tested multiple models. What that tells me is that the programming is identical, and that's just a range of a very small range actually of human error. So these tend to be decent suction, like it's going to be moderate to higher suction, high cycle speed pumps. These have been really popular with people for years. I mean, the Medela Freestyle has been around. This is not the original Medela Freestyle. It was originally this little boxy yellow, I don't have it handy, but it was a boxy yellow portable pump. It was one of our first portable pumps on the market, and it was a strong performer. The original Medela Freestyle was a workhorse. It lasted forever. It lasted me through 2 babies and was still kicking when I had my third 8 years after I purchased it. These are not as durable. None of these are what I would call like exclusively pumping kind of pumps. The motors are just not rated for that. They tend to be, good for like the moderate pumper, the pumping 2 or 3 times a day, a couple days a week while they're at work. If you are an exclusive pumper using these, you may do really well because of the portability, but ultimately find that you do need to have it replaced periodically. So as an exclusive pumper, I would not recommend this as your only pump. You're going to need a backup. So the big thing with these have a touchscreen. I'm going to turn these on though because you need to hear this, because this is like my biggest complaint with this pump. It always has been. Is loud. Is really loud. It is obnoxiously loud, especially for what it is. And it's just that they don't have really good casing. This one is the same thing. And for me, it sounds like an animal trying to talk to me, and I don't love that, which is a problem because then you don't want to pump. But for a lot of people, it's fine. Now, price point wise on these pumps, they're sold by themselves like cash pay on the websites, anywhere between $360 to $290. They do come in a couple different configurations. You can get flanges with it, or you can get the Medela hands-free cups. I do love the Medela hands-free cups, and I actually really like the personal flex flanges that come with these pumps. Like the connector is really good. It's one that has an integrated diaphragm and duckbill, so just snaps open. You only have one little rubber piece to wash and the flange body. It's kind of a cool setup. I do like it. But these pumps are all running the same program. The way this one is controlled is through a touchscreen. This one has a touchscreen. That touchscreen is a point of weakness for this pump. We do often see, we just have a little play button that lights up. But that is why most of our freestyles that we see die because of an issue with the touchscreen. The touchscreen starts flickering, it stops working. With this one, you have manual buttons, which I do think makes the Swing Maxi just a little bit more durable, but it is controllable by the app. Or not controllable by the app. You can read it on the app. So one of our complaints on the Medela Pump and Style Advanced with the Max Flow is that you can't actually tell what setting it's on, and it's not linked to the app. So even if you run the app, you can't see what setting it's on. With this one, it comes on at level 1, and you can just push the buttons up and down. You've got a little let down button up here. All in all, this is a relatively simple pump. Is it the most portable pump I've ever seen? No. This is one of the few times I do think Medela got it right with the fabric loop. It's kind of cute. This is a aesthetically pleasing small portable pump. This is designed to be the cheaper version of the Freestyle. So they're essentially the same. I have had a few moms who tell me they perform differently, but when we actually dug into like what's the difference, they were not using the same settings. They did not know that they were the same program, so they had come up with different settings on either pump. And anybody who uses a pump can tell you if you use different settings on it, you might get a different performance. Functionally, for my moms who've used both of these and use them on the same settings, it's an identical motor. It's just a matter of whether you want to pay a little bit extra for the touchscreen. But again, the touchscreen is kind of a point of failure. So most moms are getting these through insurance. These are typically covered by DMEs, especially the Medela Freestyle hands-free with the cups has been a really popular one through insurance. I don't know that I like the cash price on these. $360 for this pump with cups. Kind of feel like you're overpaying. You're about $100 overpaying. But if you got it through your insurance for $50, $100, then no, you're not really overpaying. It's probably a really good deal. And of the portable pumps that are on the market that are covered by insurance, this is one of the ones that's a pretty solid performer. There are lots of pumps that I would tell you to get this pump over. There are still the handful of portables that are my go-tos. That's going to be our Baby Buddha. That's going to be our Pumpables Genie Advance. That's going to be our Arto Alyssa. Those have been stronger performers than the Medelas in their portables. But I'm going to choose this over the Amina Maya Joy. I'm going to choose this over the Zomi Z2. I think these are a higher quality than some of those low-cost portables. But I mean, you just have to understand that the touchscreen on the Freestyle is a problem, and the Swing Maxi doesn't have a screen. So if you're somebody who needs to know the settings exactly, you're going to need to use the app. But again, most of these are going to end up covered by insurance. These aren't pumps that I typically recommend to moms who are doing cash pay and paying for themselves, because if you're paying for yourself, there are likely better options out there. Medela is not, they're not the best anymore. Maybe they were the best. I mean, I kind of argue that it's because there wasn't a lot of competition, but they're not the best anymore. Not by a long shot. If you are paying cash for your pump, I can probably help you select something that's going to be more cost efficient and a better performer. But if we're looking at insurance pumps, sometimes our options are limited. Your DME, your durable medical company that's contracted with your insurance, may be very specific about what they cover. They're in it to make money. So they're only going to cover pumps that they can get cheap enough to make money. And Medela is willing to sell them pumps cheap enough to make money. They're likely not paying anywhere near the amount for that pump as what we pay cash pay. They're probably getting much closer to the actual value. So are these a good option? Yeah, they can be. Are they ones I'm going to run out and tell you to buy? No, they're just not that fabulous. Very specific reasons I would tell you to buy it. I do like the Medela Freestyle when we're transitioning away from a pump with heavy vibration. I used to use the Medela Freestyle a lot, or the Swing Maxi, when I had somebody with the original Motif Luna that liked that aggressive vibration, because I would say these are aggressively vibrating pumps. They're more awkward about the vibration than like the Spectros Energy Gold. It's just a little bit more erratic feeling. So if you don't like vibration, obviously stay away from these. But there are times that we recommend it. It's just never going to be one of our top. It's just not one of the tops. When it comes to paying cash out of pocket, I can help you do better than that. But that's my thoughts on this. If you're looking at them, weigh them against the options that you have accessible. Weigh it against the price point you're going to personally pay for the pump. And that influences things. I don't like the pump for $360, but at $100, I might think you're getting a great deal on your pump. So it's all relative. So hopefully that helps, and let me know if you have any questions. Happy pumping.